D, wait for it, delightful.
Check out the name tag. You're in my world now, Grandma.
What's up, nerds, and welcome to my week in review, where I come to you every Sunday with 3 entertainment stories that I personally find interesting, and then we discuss them down below. You can also find down in the description the 3 articles that I read to bring you this video, and you can read them and then make your own judgments and everything. So, but before I get started, I just want to say that if you like what I do here and you enjoy independent content here on YouTube, please consider subscribing to my channel. It's that time of the year when YouTube does its annual fix and it gets rid of old account and bot, and it does a cleanse and everything. And there always is some collateral damage. So I would ask you to please consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to my videos. And I thank you in advance. So why don't we just get started on these 3 stories. Well, it looks like the other shoe has finally dropped, and Tenet, which was set to be the film to help open theaters in the United States once again, has been delayed by Warner Brothers. Now, the latest Christopher Nolan project was originally slated for the July 17th release date before rising coronavirus cases saw it pushed back to July 31st, before another delay sent it to August. Now, with cases still rising across the country, Warner Brothers has put Tenet on the shelf for the time being. Over the past couple of weeks, this move has seemed inevitable. Los Angeles County began shutting down once again, meaning that the movie theaters in the country's biggest market wouldn't be able to open. It was also unlikely that Warner Brothers would release arguably its biggest film of the year when Los Angeles was closed. And now things are official. Warner Brothers remains hopeful that Tenet will still be released in 2020, but a new date has yet to be announced. We will share a new 2020 release date immediately for Tenet, Christopher Nolan's wholly original and mind-blowing feature, Warner Brothers chairman Tomy Emmerich said in a statement. He also said, "We are treating Tenet like a traditional global day-and-day release, and our upcoming market and distribution plans will reflect that." Now, according to Variety, sources at Warner Brothers have indicated that the studio is going to be flexible about Tenet's release, meaning that it likely won't have a traditional rollout. This could see the film open in international markets ahead of the US, considering many countries have begun opening theaters back up, and Nolan's film has traditionally performed well overseas. In fact, it does better overseas than it does in the US. And I think this is probably the best route. I know they won't release it on streaming. I'll tell you that right now. They won't do it. They're not going to, especially a Nolan movie, and such a highly anticipated Nolan movie. I'm like 100% positive they will not be releasing this on streaming. And you know, hey, coronavirus really screwed 2020 over, especially with the movies wise, and so we're just gonna have to see how that all works. So that's my first story of the day. So for my second story of the day, by the time next week rolls around, there's a good chance we will have seen some new footage of the highly anticipated HBO Max venture, Zack Snyder's Justice League. And that is also the same for the shooting of this video. I'm actually shooting it on Friday, and Saturday is JusticeCon. So, the original Justice League film came out back in 2017, but it was clear pretty quickly that the vision that arrived in theaters wasn't the one that Snyder had in mind, which led to the movement known as Release the Snyder Cut. It was announced this year that Snyder's official cut of the film was being finished and would be released on HBO Max in 2021. Now, Snyder has spent the time since Justice League's theatrical release sharing small teases from his vision of the film on Vimeo, mostly, and from black and white photos. Now, recently the filmmaker unveiled a full clip from the movie that acted as a teaser for what's to come. And it looks like fans will finally get the chance to see another look at the Snyder Cut later this week. The director revealed during a recent interview with Beyond the Trailer's Grace Randolph that he's probably going to be sharing a small clip at JusticeCon, which was this past Saturday, along with some other news that is sure to excite fans. He said in the interview, "I may show a clip, and it's a small clip." Snyder explained also in the interview, "It may be a small clip, and also maybe there's another tiny little announcement, just a little thing for the fans. The clip is that's going to be fun. Now, the first clip that was released showed Gal Gadot's Diana Prince discovering the history of Darkseid and the Mother Boxes. And there's no telling what this new one will reveal, but it will surely be something that wasn't featured at all in the original cut of Justice League. Now, Warner Media is investing a large amount of money into Snyder's Justice League, giving the post-production treatment to all of the footage that Snyder shot with the cast that was scrapped during Joss Whedon's reshoots. Now, the film could be around 4 hours in length or split into a multi-part television event, allowing it to stretch even further. Now, I just have to say, I'm super excited about the Snyder Cut and all that stuff. I am leaving a link down to Grace Randolph's video of her interview. She did a fantastic job. If you watch that interview, I mean, kudos to her and mad props. She said that Snyder had some stuff that he wanted to get out, and I guess he chose her to get that out. And even if you don't like Grace Randolph, which I do, I think she's so good at her job, but you have to give her mad respect for snagging that interview. And if you don't, then you're just being naive and ridiculous. So that's my second story of the day. So for my last story of the day, Elisabeth Moss has become one of the most standout actresses in the genre landscape. Between her Emmy-winning work on The Handmaid's Tale and her buzzworthy leading role in The Invisible Man, such a good movie. Now, Moss is apparently venturing more into the behind-the-scenes order of things, with her production company, Love and Squalor Pictures, signing a joint first-look TV deal with Hulu and Fox 21's television studios. According to the initial announcement done by The Hollywood Reporter, that will include an anthology series called Black Match, which Moss is attached to star in. While plot details surrounding Black Match are a mystery, it is being described as a psychosexual neo-noir thriller set in modern-day Los Angeles. The series will be written by Ian McCall, I hope that's McCulloch, with The Handmaid's Tale and Outlander veteran Mike Barker set to direct. Now, the project is just one of several that Love and Squalor has on its plate, including limited series Candy, the horror film Run, Rabbit, Run, both of which are set to star Moss. And the company has also optioned the rights to 3 books, Aline Zimmerman's Smacked and Emily Ruskovich, Idaho, I hope I'm saying their names right, which will adapt into feature films, and Imperfect Women, which is expected to land on television. Again, I apologize if I murdered anybody's name in there. Some of these people have some very complex names. Anyways, I think this sounds pretty good. I like the thought of it being a psychosexual neo-noir thriller. I like thrillers. I don't know if you do or not, but I do like that. I also think Elisabeth Moss is a talented actress. Everything that I've seen, even if I don't like it, like I'm not a huge fan of Handmaid's Tale, but I can't deny that Elisabeth Moss has talent. She definitely has talent. So I do find it funny that her production company, the 2 movies she's gonna star in, of course she is. She's building a company around herself, but I just wonder if she's gonna let anybody else come in and shine under her production company. But hey, if she doesn't, good for her. Tell me, how do you guys feel about these 3 stories? How do you feel about Christopher Nolan's Tenet getting pushed back and taken off the schedule and not getting a release date? And do you think it will be released in theaters overseas first and then in the United States? Do you think it'll be released in 2020? Do you think it will be released on streaming? I don't think it will, but some people might. How do you feel about Zack Snyder giving us a clip this past Saturday at JusticeCon? And then also, did you guys watch that interview with Grace Randolph, and what did you guys think about it? And how do you feel about Elisabeth Moss' development deal over at Hulu? Go ahead and leave all your comments in that section down below. And then I just have to say that if you like my videos and you like my content, please make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Hit that notification bell and drop a comment in the comment section because it feeds the algorithm and it helps me out and everything. And I will see you guys next week on my week in review. You guys have a good week. Bye. Hey nerds, if you like this video, go ahead and click that geek what icon and subscribe. And if you like this video, go ahead and join me every Sunday with my week in review.